Wolfie howls up at the moon, out on the steps beneath my hotel room. Who's in the woods behind this little town? We went flying up through the sun trees and crashing down. Colors brighter than I've ever seen, more white than I've ever been. The faces turned to stone, I'm through the gates again. What a wonderful way to go! What a wonderful way to go! Tell me a story, tell me no lies. We touch each other, yes, but only with our eyes. Some kind of game to play with desire. It's just beneath the skin that I'm alive. Colors brighter than I've ever seen, more white than I've ever been. The faces turn to stone, I'm through the gates again. What a wonderful way to go! What a wonderful way to go!
Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to a Founder Server Shenanigans video here, where it is indeed time to say goodbye, guys. I'll be leaving the Wolves after this Crucible of War event. I was afraid to leave them. I joined for a few speed ups and to hang out with some of the lads, a few well-known adversaries here with the Wolves, all former members of RUG. Wasn't sure what to expect when I arrived in here with the lads, but guys like Iron Monkey and Randy and Hiltz and a few others, they've always been decent sports. I've had my run-ins with Thanos and Twitcher, also known as Rampant here. I've had my run-ins with some of the lads over the years, but all kind of cool now. You know, these lads have they've gone their separate ways from RUG. They were all dyed in the wool RUG or RPH at one time. And they've all gone their separate ways now, formed this Wolf Alliance, and understandably, I suppose, at the start, a lot of the HOM lads would have been a little bit cynical, I guess, about the motives here. Was this gonna be another another Black Ops for RUG? You know, the guys that go out there and break the ceasefires and, you know, and give RUG an excuse to go out and attack ships and claim to be the innocent ones and all of that there. And it turns out, guys, well, certainly in my time here, it seems as though these Wolf lads, they're no pushovers, and they're not afraid to stand their own ground. There's been a few run-ins with RUG. I would arguably say there's been as many run-ins in the 2 or 3 weeks that I've been here and I've been with the Wolves. There's arguably been as many run-ins with RUG as at any time that I spent in HOM. I'll be returning to HOM, of course. That's the home. That's where I grew up. That's where I was reared. But for the first time ever, I feel that there actually is another alliance out there that fits with the kind of ethos that HOM would have always been about. Now, it's a little bit different with the Wolf guys. There's a little bit of footage here I'm going to throw on with you of the different wee bits and pieces that I managed to grab. There's other stuff we were doing, of course, but I've grabbed a wee few clips here. But safe to say that these Wolf lads, they're putting it up the RUG as much as anyone else. They're punching well above their weight. If you look at some of the stats that I'm showing you here on the screen, for an alliance of 20 members, they're up there. They're punching well above their weight in my book, and they're putting it up to RUG and challenging RUG's dominance, and they're doing an all right job of it. And I would suggest to any of the HOM lads that Wolf is certainly an alliance that I think we could work with. I don't know what the intentions are going forward. If there was one bad thing, and it's not even to say that it's a bad thing, but if there's one thing that it's hard enough to adapt to, coming from HOM to go to an alliance like Wolf, it's like they do have a few rules there. Some of the Hum lads don't like rules, you know. They do have a few rules there, a certain amount of etiquette, I suppose. Rules have never been imposed on me. Now, we know Rog are very, very fond of their rules and laying down the law and all of that kind of stuff, and that's just their style, and some people are happier with that. Some people are happy to have boundaries placed upon them and all of that, and it keeps them right. Others prefer to be free and let it flow and let the dick swing in the wind, and that's the way the Hum lads are. And the Wolves seem to be a little bit more on that side of freedom, with just some basic kind of rules and guidelines there that they try to stick to, more like etiquette, I would say, to keep the thing going smoothly. In particular, I would say that the way that they do their armadas is a little bit more streamlined than how Hum do their armadas. A few times there with base raiding that the lads have a bit of a rhythm that they like to get into and all of that, whereas with Hum it's more like feeding time at the zoo. Everybody gets stuck in, it's out of me way, you know, climbing over each other and get fucking in at them resources, whereas the Wolf lads are more kind of everybody takes their turn, there's an order to the pack, you know, that kind of way. And I suppose that's in line with the sort of ethos that they want to put out there, what they want to be known for. So kudos to the lads. I'm gonna be back in a couple of moments, guys. Just gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of this footage and a tune.
Islands and silver seas, the land falls into shadow. These are more real for me. And all that I leave behind, if I could only choose one moment to last forever, I would be here with you. Between dog and wolf, between dog and wolf, between water and wine, between wine and blood. Ah, between dog and wolf, between water and wine, between wine and blood. Between dog and wolf. From the blackened icy river's edge to the resurrection garden, we were in the arms of something that was unfolding. I close my eyes, see wild horses coming from the sky. Narcotic dreams of miracles descending. Silence my silver tongue. Meet me somewhere deeper. Everything is how it feels. It's what you were trying to say. And if I could only choose one moment to last forever, I would be here with you. In a place between dog and wolf.
Fair to say that I'm going to miss hanging out with these guys a little bit. I haven't been extremely active in the time that I've been with the Wolf guys. I've been taking part in some of the events, surely, and I've been contributing and all of that. I said earlier on, I was afraid to leave them during the latest arc, because anybody who's been following the content on Reddit or on Twitter or on YouTube or any Discord or any of these places where we can lobby Scopely and create a wee bit of a fuss and complain about the bugs and do all of that, people will also be aware that I had a little bit of a campaign going. Some of the Wolf lads actually supported me in that campaign to try to get Scopely to rethink how they're doing these longer term pieces of content, these 3-week pieces of content with the arcs and all of that, because myself and Harry Selden, another well-known Harry actually would probably suit being in with the Wolves rather than in with the Rug, but that's Harry's choice. But and something we can come back to at a later stage maybe. But myself and Harry lost out on significant rewards on a previous arc during the Borg arc, and that was because we moved Alliance just ever so slightly after the deadline. Twitcher here, who's in Wolf with me at the moment, Twitcher managed to get out and get into ROG, I think it was, or RPH, just before just before he needed to, just in time. So we didn't want a repeat of that, and I decided I would stick it out with the Wolf lads. Some of the guys from Hum, and anybody who was asking me questions, send me private message. Apologies if I haven't got back to these guys or if I didn't respond. I got quite a few messages from people asking what the story was, and it was really just, it became a decent place to hang out. Didn't want to risk losing out on Alliance rewards. Wanted to throw my hat in the ring with the Wolf guys for a while, become part of the pack, see how they done business, see how they went about things. And fair to say that they're a decent enough bunch of lads. They seem to have each other's backs. They look out for each other. The one big difficulty I was alluding to, I suppose, earlier, aside as well from the idea that I'm going to lose out in rewards and that, the other side of it was, what if the lads go to raid a Hum base? It's all well and good going and raiding a Rug base. Well, sure, I've done dozens of videos of that. But what if they raid a Hum base? And I was thinking about that, and one of the things I was chatting to the lads about is, to be fair, the Rug lads would probably take it a lot harder if I recorded Wolf raiding them than if the Hum lads did. Like, allowing for a fact, like, I've been one of the very early members of Hum, going way back to before the founder server even existed as we know it. Way back through the testing phases, when Hum was Veil of Cthulhu and all of that. Like, it's a hard one to go and raid a Hum lad, but then I kind of thought about it and I looked at it and I thought, what would the lads really actually say? And to be fair, there might have been a bit of giving out and a bit of whinging if we had raided a Hum base, but the reality is the Hum lads probably would have slagged me off, had something to say, not been too happy for a day or two maybe, but then it would have all settled back down. It would have been lesson learned. Man should have shielded up, like, fucking fair play to the Wolf lads, good luck to them. We'll get them back and we'll get them in the long grass round the corner, whereas I think if Wolf had been raiding Rug and I had recorded that, I think that would have elicited a very, very strange reaction by comparison to if it had been a Hum base I was raiding. So I suppose I was spared that dilemma because the opportunity just didn't arise to do that. One of the things I will say, that the biggest difficulty that I had in Wolf was the time zones. I think I was the only Irish lad, the only one from my own time zone in Wolf, so that made it a little bit difficult, other than being able to mix it with the guys who stay up late or get up early and get on the game. There was always a wee bit of potential, like this footage shows, to do a bit of content with the lads, but really, really difficult. And at the times when I've got the time to sit down and record, the lads would be in their beds, they'd be quiet and whatever else. So Hum suits me in the sense that there's plenty of Irish lads and plenty of Aussies in Hum, or plenty of people based in Oz, like Psychosis, Scottish lad based over there and all of that. So it's the place I'm going to return to. I want to thank all of the Wolf lads sincerely for their hospitality, for making me feel welcome, for the offer to hang about with them and take part in their stuff. I hope they didn't feel like I was reporting back on them. I didn't do too much of that. I tried to stay faithful to their rules and stay loyal to the pack while I was there. And there'll always be an opportunity to do that again. A friendly alliance, I would say. I would recommend some of the Hum lads jump over here and try it, even if it's only for a few speed ups and a few helps, and check out how the lads are getting on. And maybe there'll be a chance in the future to do a little bit of Wolf content again. Maybe we will get that Hum base someday and raid it from a Wolf point of view, or a Rug base and raid it from a Wolf point of view. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. The shenanigans on the founder server still going on. All the old battles are still there, but there's new fronts opening in some of these battles. There's still no single dominant force on our server. I think that's a very welcome thing. Wolf have helped copper fasten that reality for us for now, and long may it continue. And that's more or less all I have to say. I'm going to leave you with the final wee bit of footage on this, guys. That's a wee bit of a catch-up with what's going on the founder server, why I was in Wolf, my experience, my time in Wolf. I'll return to Hum for a period of time now, and I'll return to you guys with my Hum tags and a couple of clips and a wee bit of footage maybe on that in the future. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I'll catch you all again soon. Cheers.
disgrace. We'll be meeting again. And on that great day, I will tease you all the same.